Hi, Dave Duley here. I'm the author of I Can Fix America, 52 Common Sense Ways You Can Make the United States Great Again. Here's what the book looks like. And today is the day after the State of the Union address. And I've received quite a few emails today about what I thought about the State of the Union and if I thought that what was offered by the president is good ways to fix America. And I've given it quite a bit of thought, and someone asked me, well, what would I have said if I was in the position to let my message be heard about ways I think I can fix America and you can fix America? And so what I did is I went ahead and wrote a speech. So bear with me. I don't have any teleprompters. I just wrote this. But I think I would say something like this. My fellow Americans, it's an honor to be with you today, as it has been the most humble honor of my life to serve as your leader over the past 3 years. Every day I wake with purpose and knowledge, knowing that hundreds of thousands of people have died to protect and ensure the continuation of this great United States, the very country that I am constitutionally required tonight to give you an honest State of the Union. Every day I read about the enormous amounts of sacrifices you as citizens have made to struggle through the hard times that our country continues to suffer through. I know we are about to enter into another presidential election season, and with that comes the negative advertisements, divisive rhetoric, and further division of you, the citizenry, against one another by different approaches and solutions from the two prevailing political parties. There is no doubt that my hands are not clean in engaging in this often divisive rhetoric. I realize this. I realize that I haven't been the leader to unite this country as maybe I could have been. I realize I haven't always acted in ways to best preserve the continued existence of this very nation, the United States of America. And above all, I realize that I haven't always been correct in understanding the magnitude of the problems our country currently faces. Today, I'm going to make history, but I can only do it with your help. And today I'm going to do something that no president has ever done before. I'm going to ask for your help, ask for your forgiveness, and shoot you straight about the very real problems and very real consequences America faces today. I'm going to stand alone with what I'm about to tell you. I have spoken to my wife and children only about the contents of which I'm about to speak. I will be subject to much ridicule and perhaps even putting my own life in danger, but I cannot, no longer, tell you facts and stories that at their core are inaccurate at best, treasonous at worst. I do this knowing full well the consequences of my actions. But although my faith has been tested over the years, one of my strongest faiths still resides in the goodness and potential of the American people. It's only when the cards are laid out on the table can we assess the hand we are being dealt and work towards real solutions to our very real problems. But before I get into deep specifics, I need to lay the groundwork as to how serious I am about communicating to you, the American public, about the extent of our problems and the potential solutions as I see it for us to fix America and get her back on track. First, effective immediately, I am disavowing myself with any political party. While the very reason of me being in front of you today is because I played the game of politics and took a side, I cannot, in good conscience, align towards any of the political parties, Democrat, Republican, or otherwise, as I believe our two-party system of politics has become destructive and counterproductive in addressing the true State of the Union. Today, more than ever, I want to be the American president. I want to be your president. I will no longer take any money from any political party or corporation. If you want to support me with your individual dollars, I will be accepting and gracious. Otherwise, I am on my own to tell my message with the faith that you are ready to listen and take action to fix America. I'm going to lay out a plan and ask for every American's help to make it a reality. I promise to lead by example and unite this very divided country. If, over the next 10 months, you do not think my actions are worthy of your vote, I will graciously pass on the honor of the presidency to whomever you think will tell you the truth, lead by example, and honor and hone the qualities that has made America the hope of the world. Second, I'll be asking Congress to declare war on our financial instability. While this is an unconventional method to tackle our debt, economic, and deficit issues, the threat we as Americans face by not taking on these issues head-on puts in jeopardy the very essence of the America millions have fought to defend, many of whom have given the ultimate price, their lives. I do not take their sacrifice lightly and commit to you today that I, if need be, I will sacrifice my own life and happiness to lead this country through the difficult yet necessary times ahead. I'm not afraid anymore to tell America the truth, for I read in a good book not too long ago that the truth shall set us free. I believe in those words, and I believe that Americans can handle the truth, and through the truth is the only path for redemption and to put America back on track. Third, I'm going to need your help, every single one of you, to fix America and make her again the hope of the world. We can no longer afford, as a nation, many of the promises made to you by me and from past political leaders, who made statements, or better yet, wrote checks that we can no longer cash. By virtually every single measurement, America is bankrupt. We have obligations we cannot pay for, retirements that we will no longer be able to fund, and health care that we can no longer afford. While this message at its core might be dire, if we look to each one of these problems, we can identify simple steps each one of us can do to lessen the blowback, damage, and depression, acknowledging the truth of the matter. As unbelievably simple as this is about to sound, we do not need to spend a large bulk of our personal income on items that do not promote local business and jobs. If you need something for your home or family, choose first to try to find them from another person or company based here in America, or even better yet, within your own community. If we can build a more sustainable and robust economy within these United States, we will be in a better position to stand on our own 2 feet on the world stage without the worry of having to be propped up by other countries' willingness to put America further in debt and continue to weaken our State of the Union. Additionally, I'm going to need each one of you to care deeply about the physical and mental health of yourselves, but also your fellow American. As Americans, the health of our citizens continues to decline. We simply do not have the money or resources to take care of many of the health problems that, at their core, are because of the poor decisions each one of us has made in the past. We must stop the obesity epidemic dead in its tracks and the related diseases because of obesity, unhealthy eating, and other lifestyle choices, before it kills any sort of chance that we can get the American economy and its way of life to thrive. We must eat more locally grown fruits and vegetables, more lean meats, and exercise at least every other day. We must, across the board, stop using tobacco products. I know I'm asking a lot, and I know that many of these items you feel you have a right to use, and I understand that. But as I mentioned earlier, my fellow Americans, we are at war, and the very existence of America is in jeopardy. Our projected healthcare costs in the very near future could alone bankrupt our country. By adopting a more healthy lifestyle, we will at least be able to buy some more time to address some other structural issues that must be resolved for America to get a clean bill of health. America is not currently threatened by an immediate external enemy, but by an internal culture that has coddled mediocrity and excuses for much too long. Today, I also declare war on excuses. I will no longer offer to you any excuse as to why I didn't get something done that I know is in the best interest of America. If I run into a roadblock, I will take my case to you, my fellow Americans, with my proposed solution that has long-term sustainable qualities. Today, we need all hands on deck with our citizenry to be as productive, healthy, free, and happy that it has ever been, to preserve the American dream, ignite innovation and competition, and build a model for future generations to come. And finally, my fellow Americans, I want you to listen to my next words very closely. We are going to enter a time that will be tough. Tough like no time in recent history. Much like one of our best and brightest returning from war with a leg blown off in combat, we must learn to walk again. Just like one of our treasured youth returning from war with severe brain injuries who must learn to live, speak, and socialize again, we too must learn the basics of life and living again. And just like the widow who receives the most horrible of messages, that her husband's plane went down in honor and service to our great nation, and that he has perished in one final act of heroism to save his brothers at war, we, one day, need to learn to love again. We must come together as a family, a nation united in a belief that we are good, that our intentions are good, and our role in the world is good, and above all else, America is good. Live your life with honor, service, and love. Treat each other as you would like to be treated, knowing that there has never been a more important time in America's history to work together to overcome adversity. Fixing America begins today, with me as your president, living by these words and leading by example. In order to really fix America, however, each one of you must participate. As we have seen, the government cannot do this. Each one of you plays a role. Each one of you is important and essential to the mission. And that mission is to look back after the hard work and the struggle of the next decade is done into our children's eyes and know that because of what we did today, they could have the best America has to offer tomorrow. Just a few decades back, we asked thousands of brave men to storm a beach in Normandy, to walk into almost certain death, to lay down their lives for the cause of freedom and liberty and the dream that is America. I told you I will no longer make promises that I cannot keep, but I promise you this. I guarantee you that each one of those brave heroes would be happy to rise to the occasion to fix America if that would mean they would have one more day with their children, one more day with their wife, one more day lying on the beach having the sense of freedom and that many of us take for granted. How can we today, with all the petty fighting and dysfunction in government and in our communities, say that we are worthy of their sacrifice? I know I have not been a good steward of the gifts and blessings that they have given to me. I know that I have not dealt with the hard choices in my life in a timely fashion and watched them oftentimes spiral out of control. I know that I have not always been forthright with acknowledging the severity of the problems that face America and each one of us living within it. But today, I begin my path to earn that respect and the respect of my fellow Americans. Today, I live a life that the men and women of generations past, who have given so much to make America great, would be proud of. Today, I begin the hard work. I can fix America. Who's with me?